Hello everybody, here's my review of Rampage and Dynamite week commencing at January 9th. Obviously, Rampage is the week before because in England we get it a week later. So, Rampage, if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that would be very kind. We're growing subscriber by subscriber, so thank you very much for joining us here. So it starts with BCC, MOXLEY and BRYAN Danielson going against a Top Flight. If you haven't seen this match on Rampage, go and watch it. This was a solid fight, solid match, high flying, hard hitting, action packed match. Go and win it. But come on now, in the end, you're not being beaten BRYAN Danielson and MOXLEY. BRYAN Danielson got the win. Then we had HANGMAN Page basically saying he's going to face MOXLEY on Dynamite. He's cleared, he's got the papers in his hand, and he's going to beat down the MOXLEY, and he's going to show violence, so much violence that the BCC can watch it on VHS and get excited about it. That's the word I'll use. I thought that was quite funny. Anyway, then we had Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker come to a massive ovation, holding Jamie Hayter from the UK stand-up, versus some chicks. Obviously, Britt Baker won, so that was that. Then we had Aleister Black in the back, that rhymed, calling out Eddie Kingston, basically saying Eddie Kingston used to be a bad guy, used to be a tough guy, now he's changed. So Aleister Black wants Eddie Kingston, so we'll see what happens there. Then we had Sonico versus Preston. Preston used to be 10 in the Dark Order. He's now Preston, and Preston squashed Sonico. That's it. Then in the main event of the evening, we had Mike Bennett versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. Really good match. Go and see it. Obviously, there was interference from his wife Maria, but it didn't work in the end. And Darby Allin defends his TNT Championship. So congratulations to Darby Allin. Then we move on to Dynamite. The show kicked off with MOXLEY versus HANGMAN. Straight off the bat, hard hitting match, really good match. Go and see it. You had moonsaults off the top buckle onto the apron. You had buckshot lariats. You had a lot of moves, but in the end, Hangman Adam Page got the job done and got the win over Jon Moxley clean. Do you not think that's an upset? I don't know why, I thought it was a bit of an upset, because when Moxley walks out, I think his record was like 42-3, so that is a bit of an upset. But yeah, then it happened. He's back. Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, Adam Cole's back, basically saying he has some good news and bad news. The good news is he loves wrestling, he's clear to wrestle, he can't wait to wrestle. The bad news was for the AEW locker room, because he is going nowhere and he wants to be the AEW World Champion at the top of the mountain. Adam Cole's back. Baby. Then we had Bill and Lee versus Hook and Jungle Boy. Really good match, but in the end, Jungle Hook wins that match. Then we had Konosu, I believe his name is Takashi Konosu or something. He comes out. Then MJF comes out and basically starts ripping him, doing the usual, can you speak English, because this is a Chinese wrestler. And then it turns out he can speak English. And then basically MJF just starts ripping celebrities in the crowd as well. MJF is obviously untouchable on the mic. You have to be really top of your game to touch MJF on the mic. Then BRYAN Danielson come out. So then it was Konosu versus BRYAN Danielson. Apologies for butchering his name, but it's a really good match. But in the end, BRYAN Danielson wins the match. So he's now intact to get his match at February 8th, Iron Man. I think he has to continue winning until February 8th. Then if he gets that, he gets the Iron Man match against MJF. Then we had Juice Robinson basically saying he wants to face Darby Allin TNT for TNT title. So, okay, cool. Then we had Toni Storm and Saraya versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Really good match by the women, but in the end, Jamie Hayter wins because Sheila came down and threw a kendo stick in the ring, which she obviously is going to use. She got hold of it, used it, and got the victory. So there might be some issues there. Then we had the JS come out, basically talking about turning up at PWG, ripping the crowd, talking about this, talking about that. You know what JAS does, talking up. And then Ricky Starks comes out, and basically Ricky Starks comes out with action Action, I think his name's Action anyway. I call him Action. They come out and basically Ricky Starks is calling out Jake Hager, calls him all these different names and insults, and then basically says he wants a match against Jake Hager and he's going to help him with his lisp in the match. Then in the main event of the evening, we have The Elite versus Death Triangle in the best out of 7 ladder match. Really good match. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Really entertaining, really hard hitting. But in the end, we have new trio champions. It's The Elite. So, it was a good show for AEW Rampage. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Good night. At you. And whatever Kenny Omega says. But if you could like and subscribe, that'd be very kind of you. Take care.